Hello and welcome back to another Doctor Who action figure review. Today I'm going to be looking at another of the revised B&M sets, this time the Companions of the 3rd and 4th Doctors set, which features new variants of Sarah Jane Smith, Romana 1 and Romana 2. The packaging is exactly the same for all of the three figure sets, the only different being the pre-13th Doctor TARDIS graphic and the pictures on the back representing the figures in this particular set. I'll start by taking a look at Sarah Jane. This figure is loosely based on her outfit from the Monster of Peladon. The head sculpt is the exact same as the last release and still features a great likeness to Elizabeth Sladen. The figure uses the same Martha Jones body as the previous Sarah Jane, but has this time been painted in a glossy brown to match her leather jacket from the story. Unfortunately, we don't get to see Sarah's jumper underneath, but there are slight paint applications to give the impression that it's there. The legs used are from a Sarah Jane Adventures Sarah figure, and have now been painted brown to match her trousers, with the boots being painted in a much lighter, more matte brown. Overall, I like this variant of Sarah Jane, and it fits in nicely with the 3rd Doctor and Peladon TARDIS released in March, but it's not the highlight of this set. Moving on to the next figure, we have Romana 1, as seen in The Power of Kroll. This is the most notably different figure in the set. It features what seems to be an updated head sculpt which bears a much better resemblance to Mary Tam. The body used is also from a Sarah Jane Adventures Sarah, but has newly moulded jacket over the top, which I think looks great. The arms are painted black and it all fits together very nicely. The legs used are identical to the other figures in this set, but have been painted completely black this time. Mine has one leg slightly longer than the other, but if you position her in the right way, she stands perfectly fine. Overall, I think this figure is the best of the three. The updated head sculpt looks great and allows the hair to sit much more naturally. The reuse of parts works incredibly well, and it's nice to see some new tooling. This version of Romana 1 is much better than the original version we got in July. Moving on to the final figure in this set, we have Romana 2 in her outfit from the Horns of Nimon. This is pretty much just a straight up repaint of the Destiny of the Daleks Romana, but it works very nicely. It features the same head sculpt, which looks great, though it does sit a little too high now there's no scarf. The body is the same Sarah Jane Adventures body as before, but this time the coat has been given a lovely red colour, which I think looks great. The hands have been painted red too to match Romana's gloves in the story. Underneath the coat we can see that paint apps have been used to give the indication of a waistcoat and shirt. It doesn't look perfect, but if you're not looking for it, it looks pretty good. One thing to notice is they've actually cut the old Sarah Jane Adventure top shorter. The original Sarah Jane figure top came much further down, as it did on the original Romana, but to keep in tone with the outfit they've cut it to size, which is a neat touch that they didn't have to do. Moving to the legs, they're once again the same legs as the other figures, but this time have been painted in a beige colour to match her outfit. Her boots have then been painted in a dark brown colour. Overall, I think this figure is a nice revision, though I'm undecided if I prefer this version of Romana or the Destiny version. Looking at articulation, it's the same across all three figures. The head can turn but is hindered by the hair. There's a 360-degree turn at the shoulder, bicep and wrist, with a bend at the elbow. The waist spins 360, the legs can kick forwards and out to the side, there's a 360 at the thigh, and finally a bend at the knee. Overall, I really like this set. It gives us some nice new variants of companions that we never even had before this year. Romana 1 is by far the best update and looks brilliant. Romana 2 is another very nice variant, and whilst Sarah is the least accurate, it's still a nice figure to have. Thank you very much for watching this review, and I'll see you in the next, where I'll be looking at the Unit 1975 Terror of the Zygons set.